Inuarata no Sahai is still my amiable name, and I'm so delighted to come your way one more time to make your day a premium value one. I've been on the series of driving workplace productivity with emotional intelligence, and today I am starting the fifth component, the fifth pillar of emotional intelligence, which is social skills. The fifth component of emotional intelligence is social skills. Now, social skills is your ability to effectively manage relationship. Social skills is the relationship management side of emotional intelligence. And to effectively manage relationship as a leader or as a person across board, no matter the industry you are operating in, to effectively manage relationship, it means that it is required of you to communicate clearly. It is required of you to influence positively. It is required of you to effectively build rapport. It is required of you to effectively manage conflict, de-escalate tension. It is required of you to foster collaboration, in the work environment or in that organization or system that you are working in. Social skills, which is the fifth component or pillar of emotional intelligence, is the relationship management side of emotional intelligence. Is your ability to effectively manage relationship towards achieving desired outcome. Very, very important. Now, if you take a deeper and a closer look, social skills is that crucible, is that pot whereby all the other first four components of emotional intelligence come together to achieve desired leadership outcome. Now, the other first four components of emotional intelligence is the emotional intelligence component of self-awareness, the emotional intelligence component of self-regulation, the emotional intelligence component of motivation, the emotional intelligence component of empathy. Social skills is where all these other components of emotional intelligence come into full expression. Is where they are put in action, especially for you as a leader. The emotional intelligence component of self-awareness help you to be aware of your emotions, how they affect people, and also how they affect outcome. The emotional intelligence component of self-regulation helps you to be able to control your emotions, especially controlling it appropriately under pressure, under situation of serious pressure. The emotional intelligence component of motivation ensures that you are able to exhibit that resiliency despite the fact that there are limitations in the workplace. All the resources you need to make things happen are not really there, but all the same, you put in that force, you put in that pressure, you are resilient, and that resiliency you exhibit as a leader becomes an example, a model for other team members to be positively influenced to also continue to pursue team goals and objectives even when there are limitations. So this is very, very important. Then empathy, is that emotional intelligence component that help you to feel the concerns, that help you to understand the concern and the perspective of other people in the work environment or in teams. And this, at the end of the day, ensures that you are able to deliver amazing result output. Now, if you had a team, if you had people, you are leading people, your effectiveness as a leader is not just all about what you know, which is very important. It now extends into your ability to work effectively with people. It extends into your ability to work effectively through people towards delivering amazing leadership output. This is very, very important for you as a leader. So social skills, like I said, is a crucible, is a pot where you cook all the other components of emotional intelligence. Remember the emotional intelligence component of self-awareness, the emotional intelligence component of self-regulation, the emotional intelligence component of motivation, the emotional intelligence component of empathy. All of them come together in the pot, in the crucible of social skills, towards ensuring that you are able to deliver desired outcome, desired result, as a leader. Very, very important. Remember what I said earlier just now, that your effectiveness as a leader, when you lead people in that organization, when you help teams, it's not just anchored on what you know. You need to also learn how to effectively work with people. You need to also learn how to effectively work through people. And this, at the end of the day, will make you to be a very outstanding leader. Now, when a leader lacks social skills, what could possibly happen in that work environment, in that team or organization, is employee disengagement, where you see employees or team members no longer having that unalloyed commitment and dedication, to team tasks or team assignment, to workplace responsibility. Employee disengagement. Then lack of social skills by a leader can also result to, conflict escalation. Little tension, little issues that could have been effectively managed could just escalate, and then it disrupts operation and performance is brought to its lowest ebb. When a leader lacks social skills, it can also result to policy failure in organization, in systems. So it is very important for you as a leader to see how you can build social skills, which is managing relationship effectively. From the beginning, I said social skills is your ability to effectively manage relationship towards achieving desired outcome. And this requires you to communicate clearly. This requires you to build rapport. This requires you to positively influence. This requires you to foster collaboration. All these are very important. Now, as I begin to conclude this morning, the core elements of social skills are effective communication, your ability to communicate clearly, your ability to listen actively, which goes beyond just listening to respond, but you listen to understand, your ability to influence and persuade. So the second element of social skills is influence and persuasion. Influence and persuasion, which is best brought to the table by you modeling what you want to see before the people. This is very important, and this is where the emotional intelligence component of motivation comes in. When I said, despite the fact that there are no the 100% needed resources to achieve goals and succeed is not there in the work environment or in the organization, but you are still resilient, you still pursue goals, and this is a very great example for you to also use to drive motivation and drive engagement for your people. The third core element of social skills is relationship building. The fourth one is conflict management. You need to know how to manage conflict as a leader, because when conflict is not effectively or properly managed, it can affect productivity. Then the last one is teamwork and collaboration, talking about the core element of social skills. Let me go over them one more time. The first one is effective communication. The second one is influence and persuasion. The third one is relationship building. The fourth one is conflict management. And the fifth one is teamwork and collaboration. I seriously believe that profound value have been added to you today. So what you are going to do, you are going to stay with me on this series as I continue next week. I'm going to bring case scenario for us to use to work together and analyze these social skills, which is the fifth component of emotional intelligence, where all the other four components of emotional intelligence come together, and then we'll make a better leader out of you, create a better work environment and create a better society for ourselves. Send me your inquiry, your question through my email, inuagata@gmail.com, inuaghata@gmail.com. Send those questions, send those inquiries as you have been doing, and then provide answers to you, and we build a better workplace for ourselves, a better society for ourselves, and a better world for all of us. I'll be seeing you next week, Wednesday, and when I return, I will still remain amiable. Inuagata no Sahai. God bless you.